Hiya, I'm Pixey, and these are my top 3 records that have inspired my music. Okay, so the first record, which I've talked about so many times, is George Harrison's All Things Must Pass. I can't count on 2 hands how many times I've talked about this record. It's just beautiful. All the guitar riffs heavily inspired the way that I write. The sounds, even the production is just absolutely gorgeous. My personal favourite off this record, which is on this particular vinyl, is Wah Wah. And as you can see, it's got the lyrics. It's beautiful. One of my favourite guitar riffs of all time. Here it is. Yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful in every sense of the word. I mean, beautiful is the only word I can think of to just like give it any justice for how amazing this record is. My second favourite is this one, 5 Leaves Left by Nick Drake. I love Nick Drake. I mean, Pink Moon is one of my other favourite albums. So my favourite song from this particular album is Riverman. I just think no matter how many times I listen to that song, it just makes me feel something new every time I hear it. It's arranged absolutely phenomenally. The strings are just like, they're just unbelievable, and his vocal delivery is like nothing that I'd ever heard before in anybody else. So with this album, I'm inspired by it, like not necessarily sonically. I don't think, you would listen to Nick Drake and then think of my music, but lyrically, it's almost like a fever dream listening to Nick Drake's music. That's definitely something that inspired me when writing my music. So number 2 is 5 Leaves Left by Nick Drake. Okay, so the last record is probably the most unsurprising. It's 3 Feet High and Rising by De La Soul. This is like my all-time favorite use of samples ever. It's just genius. Everything, like from the mad sort of breaks where like they have the game shows and just the actual really clever use of samples. It doesn't take itself too seriously, which is something that really inspired me sonically, and also like as a concept, it's just wacky, and I just love it. It's great. One of my favorite songs on this album is The Magic Number. I honestly just love the way they reworked that tune and used the sample in it. It's just great. Something that I definitely took inspiration from. Me, Myself and I, another incredible tune. There's so many different use of samples on this record as well. Like I think you got the Turtles in one of them, which was then later sampled by the Lightning Seeds, which is one of my favourite songs, called You Showed Me. And there's also a Hall & Oates sample, which I think they got in a lot of trouble for using. But I first owned this on a cassette tape that I played so much in my car. It's now completely warped. I can't listen to it anymore. But yeah, the vinyl is definitely the next greatest thing. So yeah, definitely one of my favorites. And I have to show you how cool this is. It's like this kind of absolutely wild comic book style thing on the actual sleeve. It's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, just a simple black record, but definitely number 1. So yeah, these are my top 3 records that inspired my music. Bye!